All the way from Providence, Rhode Island, welcome to Outlander Cast. It's a podcast dedicated to the show Outlander on Stars.
Sing me a song of the lost that is gone. Say, could that lost be I? Mary of soul, she sailed on a day over the sea to
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. My name is Mary Larson.
My name is Blake. And Mary, I think there has been a lot of discussion for what's been happening here on the first episode. A lot of different people thinking they got a lot of different opinions. It's wild.
And I love it. I mean, this goes to show you, honestly, we have been watching and loving and discussing this show for over a decade now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And for friends who've been book readers, you've been having these discussions for well over that, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so exciting. It's so exciting to be here and be part of the celebrations. And, I was thinking about the comment that you made on the previous podcast about being happy that it's the end and like how it's a bittersweet thing. And I was thinking about seniors. Of course, I'm a teacher. And I'm not friends, but I'm friendly as a teacher with some of these seniors we have at our school right now. And just the excitement that they have about like being proud of the work that they've done, kind of the legacy that they're leaving upon the school. It just made me think about Outlander, and this is its senior year.
Yeah.
And kind of like when you have your last school dance and your final, photos for the yearbook.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was our final premiere. And
That's true. That's pretty wild.
In that way, Outlander premiere. When I look at it in that way, like I said, I would love for this series to go on forever and just to kind of live in this magical world. And with spinoffs, we do get to have a piece of that, but it's not the same. But on the flip side, I don't know. I just love and applaud what they've done, and so I'm trying to come at it from that perspective.
Sure,
being
sure.
Like senior year and soak up every moment. YOLO, just enjoy each bit. So that being said, I think that's why people are being so passionate with what their opinions are on the premiere.
Well, yeah, everybody has the right to their opinion, right?
Yeah.
They absolutely should have their
heightened
right.
Is what I'm saying. It's heightened for a massive reason.
Yeah.
And I'm down with that reason.
Yeah, I definitely want to get into this a little bit more, Mary, and I think that's a good first opening take, right? This is, I actually, while I was doing laundry today, while Mary was out, I was watching a documentary about Lost, and it came out a couple of years ago, I think. It's called Getting Lost, and it's on Tubi for free if you're a Lost fan. And it was made by fans, and Damon Lindelof is in it, and Carlton Cuse is in it, all the actors, and it was this really great documentary that is just a celebration of Lost, all things good and all things bad, and we were talking about this off air, Mary, and I think it's important that endings are real. You're supposed to have them. And I think, there's a beauty to endings. It makes the journey meaningful. And it also and that's what I recognized in Lost when, obviously we were watching it. But, since then, I've kind of grown up in my own television watching, and endings are important, because it gives meaning to the journey that you undertook. And it's hard to have endings, because when you're so invested and you've spent, Mary, for Outlander, we've literally spent thousands of hours over our, 12 years talking about this show, either watching or engaging or podcasting, emailing. We've spent so much time.
Yes.
And by the way, that's a great thing.
It's an amazing thing.
But we've done that But other people have done that too, right? Other people
I've
have
gone even beyond that.
Exactly.
I mean, it's such a beautiful thing.
and people have a hard time saying bye. People have a hard time letting go of the thing that they have spent thousands of hours on because they're invested.
There's the books.
Yeah, right. And that's
they're
great.
Not even done yet.
But when I was watching that documentary, part of that was, okay, well, why was the finale so divisive? And it was actually, the lady who plays Kate Austin. What's her name? I can't remember now off the top of my head. Anyway, she's like, yeah, people just have a hard time letting go. When you've spent thousands of hours doing a thing, connecting, making friends, doing all the stuff, you don't want it to end. But the ending is important because it lands the story. It just depends on what you're expecting out of it. And I love endings. I think endings are valuable. And that's why I'm saying I'm happy that this is the end, because now the value of the story becomes that much more meaningful.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay. So that's what I'm getting at. All right, Marvin. Anything else before we get into the rest of this episode, before we release the hounds?
I just want to remind everybody, of course, that you can subscribe to the podcast. You can follow us. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all by searching the title Mary and Blake. You can keep up on all the things that we're doing, all the other podcasts, by going to maryandblake.com. And I highly recommend that you check out jointhenerdclan.com, because if this brings you levity, if this brings you joy, know that you can donate less than a cup of coffee per month to keep the lights on in our studio. And to those of you who are already members there, thank you ever so much. All right, let's release the hounds.
Here we go.
All right, all right, all right.
All right, so we're going to start off with some comments from jointhenerdclan.com. Okay, Mary? Sounds good?
Sounds great.
All right, let's do it. So, Nicole Walsh writes in. She says, so rapt to finally have Outlander back after so long. Rapt? I don't understand.
Google that.
Yeah, I'm sure it's some form of, good.
It means deeply engrossed, fascinated, or transported by emotion.
I can honestly tell you, I've never heard...
Originates from the Latin raptus, meaning seized or carried away, and is used to describe intense focus or enchantment. Symptoms include spellbound.
Whoop. Okay, try again.
Captivated.
There we go.
Or enthralled.
Wow. Sorry, we had just a little bit of a issue with our mic there for a sec.
It's okay.
It
so
happens.
wrapped.
So, yeah,
Nicole
enthralled.
Walsh,
All right.
wrapped.
Nicole,
Awesome, awesome word.
You've used a word that I've never used in my own vocabulary, so thank you for that. I appreciate that. All right, so she says, so wrapped, I was initially confused by the setup with Claire and Jamie confronting the pirate Vasquez about Faith and the fate of her husband and what happened to the girls. Even if it was their faith, it still doesn't explain how Fanny knows the Seaside song. Not surprised that Claire knifed Vasquez. She's done it before, after all. The good. Liked the new Ridge house. It has a rustic vibe and is much more suited to the backcountry. In fact, all of the sets and costumes were great. Enjoyed seeing Fergus and Marcelly again, and the brief family time in Savannah. Also enjoyed the tough love scene between Lord John and William and all the scenes between Jamie and Claire. The bad, though, was the reunion between the Max and Jamie and Claire. That was somewhat underwhelming. They all seemed very subdued rather than joyful about being together again. I was really looking forward to the scene with Elspeth and Mandy, but the little actor they have just couldn't carry it off. She has none of the feistiness of Mandy from the book. I'll be interested to see how they resolve the whole Faith business. I was not a fan of the storyline, but I'm willing to let it play out and hope it's answered to the satisfaction of viewers. Well, Mary, right there, that's it. Right? That is exactly what endings are about.
Satisfaction.
And what do you expect as a viewer from the thing that you've invested all your time in, right? That's the end. got to make sure that we're in good shape here, right? So,
Only time will tell.
yeah,
And I'm excited.
and the thing that they used with Claire and Jamie and Vasquez, what that is called is in media res, which means you're just popped into the middle of the action without any context, without any idea or lead in. You're just, it's kind of like Raiders of the Lost Ark, Mary, where you're just like, you're on the hunt with Indiana, right? Or The Dark Knight when the Joker is about to rob the bank. You're just thrown in. Some of those things are very good. Some of them are confusing and a little off-putting. So I think we should all take from that what we will. All right, what do we got next?
Becca writes in at jointhenerdclan.com. Hi, Mary and Blake. Yay, we're back. I'm going to break precedent and give my bad first because
All right.
I had to watch the premiere twice to get over my bad and find my good/great. On the first viewing, all I could think about was the Faith storyline, and it honestly made me angry. I didn't like it at the end of last season. I don't like that we were dropped straight into the middle of the assertion that Faith definitely lived and that Claire and Jamie were involved in a sting operation to kill the man who killed Faith and sold Fanny and Jane into prostitution. First, if Faith secretly survived, it changes the meaning of the grief that was addressed in season 2, which I feel like undercuts one of the most powerful arcs in the series. Secondly, we already had plenty of drama to work through with not only our main characters, but also the severely secondary characters who were introduced or reintroduced in the premiere. My good. Just being back and seeing all of our beloved characters again, especially Marcelly and Fergus, I miss them. My great. I really enjoyed Jamie and Claire's reunion with Bree and everybody. I loved the shot of Mandy's doll in sharp focus while the family was out of focus behind it. The doll itself looked modern. So in that instant, I realized it had to be Bree and her family and that they had come back. It was such a small visual detail, but the way the camera framed it made the realization hit all at once and gave me the sudden surge of adrenaline. And then I cried.
Oh,
But I love this, how like her great is the reunion.
right.
and
then there are other people that are like,
Nicole's
that
was
reunion.
Like, my bad is the reunion.
Yeah.
So once again, this is why we do listener feedback, because there's so many times where you can sit here and be like shaking your fist at the, your podcast listener thing of choice, your earbuds, your headphones, whatever it might be. But not everybody agrees with us. Not
Sure.
everybody agrees with you. Not everybody agrees with anybody.
That's the way it should be,
This
man.
is the beauty of it.
I
A
agree.
Kaleidoscope of
A cornucopia of feelings, if you will. All right, next one from Laura GC. She says, my initial gut reaction was, this feels like coming home again. Last season felt like a fever dream. I had just given birth to my first child, and what I thought was going to be a fun, relaxing time at home was actually just a blur of sleepless euphoria. I'd watched season 7B at 3 or 4 in the morning during night feeds, so I don't recall much of it, but I also think it was kind of boring and a clunky season. Season 8 feels different. It feels like we're about to drop off the proverbial kid at college. This is it. You're so excited and happy to have made it this far, but also pretty sad that they're leaving, not to mention worried that they're going to screw up somehow. All of that to say, I give this episode 4.3 kilts. It felt like one giant hug and welcome back to the audience. My good. The books. As a librarian, I can't help but geek out at the idea of these modern books being taken to the past. I can't wait to see what Jamie thinks of Tolkien. And, of course, we see Frank. At least a dorky picture of him in his sexy glasses. My bad. Everything Faith. This is the writing team shooting itself in the foot over and over and over again. No one believes in this story. And really, Claire, who takes her oath to never harm anyone so seriously, kills a man and seemingly A-okay about it the next day? She's even making freaking cookies. And the scene later on where she and Jamie...
with his blood.
where she and Jamie are hugging by the window talking about when they made Faith. Weird, corny, totally unnecessary. My great. Lord John ditching the gentle parenting and letting William know who's boss. And the face card, yes, Zaddy. Thanks for the wild ride so far, you two. I can't wait to watch along with y'all one last time.
Britta Peterson said, I really enjoyed the premiere overall. I was grinning like an idiot when they showed Mandy's doll because I knew the reunion was coming. The good, the reunions, and reestablishing of the characters. The modern books were a favorite of mine in the books, and I'm good with them changing Green Eggs and Ham to Goodnight Moon. The bad. Mandy is miscast. She looks like Jem, but she's too old and not at all the spunky little tornado she is in the books. The great. The setup of Frank's book and Jamie's uneasiness. We know history isn't always recorded correctly, and we know by now that in the Outlander universe you can't change history. You simply have to live through it. I'll give the Faith storyline a very Minnesotan. That's interesting. I just find it a bit odd for Jamie and Claire to be so certain that their premature daughter survived all those years ago.
Yeah, I agree with this one. It feels odd that like Jamie and Claire just bought in. They just, that's it. They just bought in. Their kid's alive. And
I mean, it wasn't super quick. Like, it wasn't just like they met Fanny yesterday and they're like, this is it.
yeah, but whatever.
They've gone on a massive journey and have obviously taken the time to research things. But, like, I don't know, man. You didn't research it that well.
I know. And let me say this too, just right off the like jump. I don't care that Diana said Faith is dead or that Faith is not alive and that's not part of her story. I could 0.0 Fs about that whole idea. What I care about is, does it make sense? Does it make sense to the story that they're telling here in the show? Because if Diana did it, great. If she didn't do it, even better. Like, let's make it your own. The problem is, it's just that it doesn't make sense. And that's why I find it difficult to watch. So, you know, but we're just gonna go for the ride and see what comes of it. All right, Tammy Spencer says, overall, I loved being back with Outlander, especially being back on the Ridge, and the Fraser and Mackenzie's reunion made me ugly cry. But I really don't like that Faith lived storyline. It doesn't fit and cheapens everything that happened after the miscarriage and loss. It's so funny, Mary. This is one of the things that I feel like has kind of united all of the Outlander fandom, where everyone has decided, yeah, this Faith thing, it kind of sucks.
Well, and like pretty much every woman has either experienced a miscarriage or, you know, loss in some way, shape, or form, or has someone very close to them who has.
Yeah.
And this is just such an earth-shattering experience. So I think, yeah, collectively, it's like, you know,
what are we doing?
Saying, exactly.
Yeah. And again, just because I watched that Lost documentary today, it's now fresh in my head. What's worse so far? The whole Faith story or Nikki and Paolo? Remember Nikki and Paolo?
I barely remember that.
They were the two people that just showed up randomly.
Well, the jury's not out because we haven't finished the Faith storyline.
Yeah.
You have to go back, Kate.
Yes, Blake. Hopefully this is the end of your Lost reference.
No, there will never, ever be.
No, today.
Oh, for today. Okay. All right. Next
Laurel
one.
Gallucci says, what was your first gut reaction? So good to see everyone. And Claire and Jamie had some gorgeous acting moments and couple moments. What moments stuck with you immediately? We ask Laurel, and she says the emotional scene where Claire and Jamie were talking what ifs of Faith. It was raw and beautiful, and all I could think of is how in sync they are as actors after 10 plus years. That's so true. And did anything surprise Laurel? She says Jamie's reaction to Frank's book was very interesting. How he was haunted by Blackjack Randall.
Mm-hmm.
Aside, he knew Frank and Blackjack Randall were related, right? Not just a resemblance. Any moments that made you gasp, cheer, or yell? It was hilarious, Laurel writes, how obviously sketched out the first sight Jamie was by the Ridge's new store partner, who also happens to be an ex-redcoat and is definitely probably a spy.
Yep.
One thing you're already thinking about for the rest of the season, Laurel says, obviously very sad this is the last season, but I've decided to just enjoy it. Set all expectations aside and be surprised every week and appreciate the creativity and craft and effort behind it.
Fair enough. I
Love
appreciate
that way of
that.
thinking, Laurel.
All right, this one comes from Gloria. She says, hey, Mary and Blake, my gut reaction when they rolled the opening credits was tears.
Oh.
Hearing the Skyboat song brought me to tears, just knowing it was finally back. I'm going to miss it and this fandom. How I wish we could have met up at parties. The moment that struck me immediately was the opening scene. How did they find out all that information regarding Faith? They didn't show us. They told us. And that was my bad. The whole Faith lived scenario. It's wrong and very upsetting. My good, and what I cheered at, was seeing Fergus, Marcelly, and family, especially Henri Christian. My great was the return of Bree and Roger and the kids' reunions and seeing the new house. What a gorgeous piece of property. Although I would say, Mary, that Cunningham has a better view of everything.
No, he has a view. He's like living in the city square.
That's that's where the action's happening.
That's where you can live.
You know he's getting his bread and his cannolis and doing all the things there.
'Cause that's what you need every day is bread and cannolis.
Hey, is it wrong? Is it wrong?
No.
Exactly.
This season, though, we're looking for Zapalas.
Oh, so good. Zapalas. All right. The great with blah, blah, blah. Well done, Ian. And if, of course, what I'll be thinking the rest of the season is Faith. I don't understand the showrunner's decision to continue this unfathomable myth. The poor baby did not survive. Why are they doing this? So I give the first episode of the last season a solid 4 kilts. So much good, but allowing Faith to survive and all that entails is disrespectful to the author and the book readers. Beyond happy that you guys are back. Love all yous.
I was just disrespectful for Italians. It's not Zapalas. It's Zapale.
Okay, sure.
Mi dispiace.
Stats are for nerds.
No. Plural feminine words.
Okay,
Ended
fair
in
enough. Fair enough.
Zapale.
I appreciate it. All right, go ahead. Next one.
All right, Monica writes in season 7, episode 16. When Claire and Fanny sat in the cemetery, Claire looked at the locket from Jane's belongings. Fanny said the picture was her mother. Looking at the engraving, Claire remarked, "Faith, that's a beautiful name." There was no acknowledgement or reaction from Fanny. So I thought, what if the engraved Faith might not be a name, but rather a virtue?
Oh, I love this idea.
Faith, hope, and charity. This changed the way I heard faith's meaning in subsequent dialogue, too. I don't entertain theories about faux faith or zombie faith. Doesn't matter to me. I hope the whole faith train hurries to the station, the sooner the better. As for Master Raymond, is his apology for not saving Claire and Jamie's little red-haired baby when he had a chance? Maybe. I agree with Blake that there were too many kids and parents to remember. It was like being at the in-laws family reunion. This episode could have benefited from another half hour expanding on the tangled story threads. I'm a longtime listener, first-time contributor.
All right. Well, she's
Detroit,
not a new
Michigan.
listener.
No, longtime listener, but first-time contributor.
Yeah, good point. Okay.
So, the little ding-ding.
Yeah, I got to, here it is.
For Monica. There you go, Monica.
There we go.
Yeah, maybe that is what Master Raymond is apologizing about. Like, sorry I didn't come sooner. Sorry about that. And I completely agree, Monica, that this episode should have been longer. This should have been an extended premiere. Like,
That would have been a good idea.
there was enough time. There was enough time to let things breathe a little bit.
Sure.
Let us hang. I don't know. I think obviously they touched upon a lot of major things, but they would have just let it breathe, like I said.
All right, Kimberly Downing says, "Welcome back, guys. I give this episode 4 kilts. I loved seeing everyone again and the Fraser's Ridge, etc. All the feels. I did not like Claire stabbing the guy in the kidneys, just like Angus taught her, by the way. Good call out, Kimberly. Great job. And like most book readers, I'm not a fan of what they're doing with Faith. But there is a third option, though, after the zombie baby and fake Faith. I am leaning towards the fan speculations that say Franny's mom is Claire's niece. I can totally see them linking Bomb to the final season of Outlander. Maybe the brother wasn't a traveler, so Claire's parents and the brother stayed in the past. Claire's mom, Julia, sang the song to her grandchildren, and that's how Franny knows the song. And the pirate's description of Franny's mom of mom having wild hair sounds like how people would describe Claire's hair. Like Mary said, he didn't say she had red hair. If her hair was so memorable, wouldn't he say that she had wild red hair? I noticed that Claire actually had her wild hair covered in a bonnet. That's kind of odd. If she wore her hair like usual, the pirate might have seen her and said, yeah, that guy's wife had hair like you. P.S. As for Roger giving Jamie the Lord of the Rings, it might be as simple as it being a nod to Sam Heughan. His parents were fans of J.R.R. Tolkien and named Sam and his brother after characters in the book. So there you go, Mary. Sam was named after Samwise.
Oh, thank goodness.
Is he deserving of Samwise's name? That's the real question.
Yeah.
I will not besmirch the good name.
I mean,
the good
the king
name
of
of
men.
Samwise.
I bet you Samwise would be like, damn.
Could have done that. I kind of like this idea. Well, I can't say I like it. I like the idea that is there that it's Claire's niece in some sort of fashion. And it would be very much like a corporate synergy type thing to connect Bomb to Outlander in this very direct way and make Bomb an essential storytelling device for Outlander.
It's still not essential.
And this is the thing that I think that we argued about when we were talking about Queen Charlotte and Bridgerton, where we were like, okay, do you need one to watch the other? And is that the right thing to do? The corporate Starsy feeling that I get is that they're absolutely doing this to mine the IP, to keep producing their own thing, especially since they separated themselves from Lionsgate last year or 2 years ago. Like, they need their own stuff. Kind of like how they've done this whole thing with Power, where it's like the Power 0.1 and this over here and Power over there. And like, that's what I feel like they're going to try to do with Outlander. So I wouldn't be surprised if there was some kind of connection between the two. Does that make sense?
Yes. Ag the Dag writes in 4.1 kilts for me. I'm more like Blake. My kilts are hard one. So this might be like Mary's 4.8. Ag the Dog says, good. The show's trademark mix of love, grief, danger, trauma, and family revelation while reuniting all of our favorite characters. Bad as usual. It's too packed, too crowded, too many threads to weave in and pull at. Also, Frank's book, come on. Really? Are we all bringing things back from the future willy-nilly now? And if we are, is this really the thing Brianna, a professor and brilliant engineer, sees as the most essential? Great. Sam and Kat, you can see the tenderness they brought to their roles. They remind us why the series has endured for 8 seasons. Team Fake Faith, says Ag the Dag from Down Under. Not sure how Master Raymond fits in yet.
My goodness. Master Raymond. We're just gonna let that go. We're gonna let that breathe.
I'm not.
All right. Allison Kitching says, I think Faith will end up being Claire's sister and will connect Bomb to Outlander. In season 7, we saw a flashback of Jane and Fanny running through the field to a woman who had dark curly hair, similar to Claire's, and I assume was their mother. So not Jamie and Claire's red-haired daughter, Faith. And this feels like one of those things that people are just kind of latching on to.
Yeah.
And maybe. What else?
We got some emails.
Yes, this one comes from Amy. She says, hey, Mary and Blake, we're back. I'm so excited to be back in my happy place, sharing Outlander thoughts with the two of you. So here it goes. My good, Marcelly and Fergus, the children, the fun, and the chaos reminded me of the book version of Jenny's family at Lallybroch. I've missed Marcelly and Fergus, and it was fun to see how their family has grown up. Also, I'm always here for more Fergus. I love seeing him all grown up and becoming more like Jamie every day. The bad, Bree and Roger's reunion. Oh, how I wanted that long-awaited emotional payoff. I was ready for tears. I was ready for the swelling music. I was ready for everyone to collapse into each other in a heap of rich feelings. But instead, it felt clunky. Jamie and Claire are talking, and then suddenly, oh, there's Bree, Roger, and the kids, as if they dropped in from another dimension 5 seconds ago. I wanted to see them trudging up the hill to the ridge. I wanted Claire squinting in the distance, wondering who it was. I wanted one of the children to break free and come running. I wanted Jamie crying. I wanted drama. Instead, it felt so staged. And for such a huge reunion, it was honestly disappointing. the great Uncle Lord John.
I want to
wow.
jump in there for a second.
Oh, sorry.
You know what I was thinking too?
Yeah, sure.
Is that maybe for us as viewers, once again, not having time to breathe in this episode, we just went from being reunited with Fergus and Marcelly, who we've seen less of than Bree and Roger.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, we haven't seen them in a long time.
Sure. And we spent a lot of time with them.
Yeah.
Like this episode.
But what I'm saying is that, like, if you're looking for the, oh my God, so good to see you,
Yeah.
you got that feeling already with them. So it kind of cheapened the reveal of the Max being there too. And then seeing
Sure.
everybody on the ridge. Like, I just feel like the whole episode was a reunion. Like, we got to see Jamie and Claire. We got to hear the music. So for it to be a big reunion, emotional wise, to be thrown in on a bunch of reunions kind of diminished it.
All right. Say you're Matt Roberts. Are you saving the Roger and company for the next episode?
I don't even know, man. I don't even know what they're doing this season. Like, that's what's crazy is they have so few episodes and I don't even know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe they had to. Part of me is like, they kind of have to because they've got a lot of stuff they have to cover. So I see why he did it. But I'm just saying that because he had to shove it in with all the other reunions, it cheapens it.
Yeah, I agree.
But I think they had to do it.
All right. The great Uncle Lord John. Wow, I just love him so much. Seeing him holding that baby, being his lovely, steady, wonderful self, and giving William the wisdom he so desperately needs. Perfection. But the truly great moment for me was hearing BJR's voice. I've been waiting to play that, Mary.
I know you have.
I've been waiting for the right moment. I figured this was it. And of course, the Frank flashback and Jamie putting together just how much Frank and Blackjack look alike, and then questioning whether he can trust Frank. So great. I loved every second. It was eerie and emotional and exactly the kind of layered Outlander goodness I live for. And now for my outlandish theory. Hold on here. We gotta play it. I think the show was setting up the whole Master Raymond blue light healing ability thread for the end of season 7, along with this Fakakta faith storyline as the explanation for how Claire is ultimately going to save Jamie at the Battle of King's Mountain with her blue light healing ability. I'm sorry, but I just can't with this. As Blake would say, I'm out on this storyline.
You don't even know what that means.
Don't even care. Doesn't even matter.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Just
like for
out.
show watchers only.
Out. Overall, I'm seated, intrigued, and ready to spiral. Can't wait to hear your thoughts. Amy from Portland, Oregon.
All right, Steve from Merrimack.
You got to say it like Steve now.
You do it.
No. I want to hear you talk like Steve.
You could try it.
Steve Mack here from Merrimack here. Great to have you talking about Fresh Outlander again. This is a tough one. Feels all over the place regarding the unions and that stuff. Great stuff with Lord John and William and his potential gold-digging jackal, but I'm having a tough time with the faith thing and that I can't come up with something palatable yet. Still hurts too much to think Faith lived and was prevented from being raised by Jamie and Claire, but aside from what else could it be? I know people have said that the showrunners and Diana have mentioned that Bomb wouldn't figure into this season, but I'm sorry. The only thing that makes sense in my brain is that Jane and Fanny are Claire's nieces from her parents staying in the past. It solves the song problem and solves people being creeped out over William banging a half-sibling or niece. Just saying. Also, it'll be a crime if we don't get a little conversation between Roger and Bree and Claire and Jamie, and then buying Lallybrock in the future and meeting Brian Fraser. I need that. Anyway, love you guys. See ya. I appreciate that, Steve Mack. Thank you for writing in.
I also appreciate that you're right. We don't. There's no like, I met your dad.
Right.
There's Buck. There's Buck chatter,
Yeah.
understandably, but also.
But what, you wouldn't be like, hey, your dad,
was
he's
really
a pretty cool
nice.
dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sorry, I didn't play this for Gloria, and I have to play it for her. I'm also gonna play it for Steve.
Just
Your
once.
cousin from Boston.
All
There
right.
you go. Wendy wrote in, kilt rating of a 4. My good. Outlander is back, which means Blake and Mary are back too. Honestly, your banter and ad-libs bring me so much joy.
Oh, thank
I'm
you.
continually amazed at how the two of you wander off into tangents and somehow circle back without missing a beat. It's like improv comedy, but with kilts and time travel.
It's because Mary's really good.
It's because I have ADHD. And I might be a genius. I don't know. I've taken the ADHD test, fun thing. I've taken it twice because the first time I didn't
She
finish.
couldn't pay attention.
No, I paid attention in the real test, but then they sent you home with all this paperwork to do, and I forgot to do the paperwork.
Yeah.
So when I went back this last time, which was a while ago, so I was really supposed to mail the paperwork by now. The guy was like, please mail it. Like in 5 days. I don't want you to forget again. It's been 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Anyway, there you go. Her bad. I hate to say it, but the acting in this episode felt stiff.
Yep.
It didn't feel organic at all. It felt more like a group of very well-dressed people politely walking onto a set and announcing their lines. At one point, I thought, did I accidentally turn on Outlander, the community theater edition? I really missed the natural feel from the early seasons. Also, this episode felt packed. Like the writers had a checklist that said, we must put every character on screen so viewers can remember they exist. Can you say roll call at Fraser's Ridge? My great. The moment Claire makes eye contact with Brie, every time that happens, I feel this huge wave of relief. Like the universe just clicked back into alignment again.
Aww.
Team Zombie Baby or Fake Faith? I'm firmly Team Fake Faith. The storyline is getting into some weird, slightly uncomfortable territory. I agree with Blake. Matt Roberts might be trying to get a little too cute here. Depending upon where this goes, it could completely undermine Claire's relationship with Mother Hildegard and Master Raymond, which would be really disappointing. Those relationships were meaningful, and I'd hate to see them sacrificed for a twist that makes all of us collectively say, wait, what? So happy to be back with you in the Outlanderverse.
Well, I kind of like the idea that it redefines Claire's relationship to those two, right?
I redefine, but not trash, I think is what she's getting at. Like,
Okay.
if it redefines and takes it to another nice level or a cool level, all right.
Well, even if it's
But
like
if
a
it's
bad
like-
level.
But see, that's you. That's your black heart.
Yep.
And then the people who she cared about the most when she was in her lowest moment of life
Wish
were
the
actually
wish the
liars who
sun was
stole
as
her
black as
baby.
my heart.
Yeah. That's you, Blake. Where's your black eyeliner?
All right, this one comes from Rebecca
Can you say
Papacan. Holy smokes! Good Irish girl here,
Papa
Rebecca
Constantinu.
Papa Constantinu from Cleveland.
Papa
Woo!
Constantinu. Papa, how do you say fast? Papa Constantinu. Papa Constantinu. Oh my God, how many letters? It's like supercalifragilistic.
I told you, Papa Constantinu.
Can you fit that, Rebecca? Can you fit that on your license?
Holy smokes!
Did you have a middle name and they said nope,
No, can't do that.
nope? That's an amazingly long last name.
It-
That's a cool last name, though. I'm gonna figure out where that's from.
I
'cause that's
feel
really
like
cool.
I feel like Rebecca. She's probably married, and she married into the Papa Constantinu family, because I feel like Rebecca is not a Greek name, but that Papa Constantinu is like more Greek than Alexander the Great,
I love it.
which, by the way, he was Macedonian, but it's neither here nor there. Either way, that's a lot.
An awesome name.
That's a great
So
name.
what does Rebecca say?
All right, I'm a book reader and a show lover, and what really bothers me about the Faith revival is not so much that it's unrealistic and just a terrible plot point, which it is, but that it negates what I think is one of the best scenes of television ever. The scene, and I'm too lazy to look it up, when Claire returns home after losing faith and the servants greet her heartbreakingly at the door. I sobbed the first time I watched that scene and tearing up even as I write this. So not only is Faith lived storyline stupid, but as Mary has noted, it takes away from the heart-wrenching sadness that comes with losing a baby. Thanks to coming to my kilt talk. And thank you for your amazing podcast. I love listening every week. Well, Rebecca, you can write in every week and explain how the Papa Constantinu
Maybe it's a
name.
no, not new.
What do you mean?
N-O-U.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, it could be no.
No.
It could be no.
All right.
It's definitely not yes. I'll tell you that.
Okay. How about our Facebook friends? What did they have to say about this episode?
Okay, this one comes from Angela Hickey. She says, I have to tell you, Blake, I listened to the podcast last night and disagreed with a lot of the sentiment that I think she's talking about me that I had of the show. However, you opening with this sentence about being happy, truly happy, it's the beginning of the end, likely made of a lot of very passionate fans wince a little. By the way, well, first let me say this. I kind of addressed this at the beginning of the episode, but I'll say it again here, just for the sake of posterity. Endings are important. If you don't have an ending, the story just gets stretched. And it loses itself. It becomes unwieldy. When you have an ending to a story, that makes it meaningful. Endings need to happen. And if you love this thing, if you love this story, and I'm not saying you, Angela, but just the royal you, all of us, if we love this story so much, we should want an ending. We should want it to complete itself. So that's that. All right. Okay. By the way, there are more options than Zombie Baby, Faith, and Fake Faith. One that is quite obvious to me.
What would it be? So Zombie Baby Faith was the real born of Claire, and Fake Baby Faith.
Yeah, it was just like isn't Faith.
But I don't mean it as like someone's pretending it to be Faith. I just mean
like it's just not her. It's coincidence.
Someone else.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So it's either her or it's not her. I guess that's how I would reword it.
Well, that's what we said. It's either Zombie Baby.
But what's the other option? Angela's saying there's another option that's obvious.
You stopped me.
Sorry.
I got to read it now.
Okay. Sorry, Angela.
One that is quite obvious to me. You have set up a false choice. It's likely too late to give feedback, but I thought you were both a bit harsh on the episode, and I gave it a 4.55. And as a premiere stacked against other premieres, that would bump it up to as 4.65. I would remind everyone that this is the last episode 1 of the season. Many are making a lot of assumptions and bashing them. Let the mystery be and let it play out. They have very carefully picked up all the threads tied together by the end. Even Diana, who acknowledges they had a lot of work to do on their own ending while incorporating elements of Book 9. It is very different than Book 10 she is writing. She said that there was no way to duplicate her plan as they have no room for it, as her ending is very carefully constructed and needs all the threads to make sense. However, she says that their ending is very effective and satisfying conclusion for the show. So I say, let's see what they do. I think it's clear that they're making some incorrect assumptions. Well, Angela, my retort to that is we have a show to do today. And we have a talk show, and we talk about what we see at that moment presented to us. And we can't just be like, let's just wait till the end, because then we don't have a show. So it is what it is. All right. As for Claire, she absolutely felt in character. She believes this was her daughter and granddaughters. You think if Bonnet had raped and killed Bree and was sitting there relishing what he did to her, she would not plunge a knife into his back? That is Mama Bear mode. And she has her own PTSD from her own attack and rape by a pack of skags. All of that is compounding in the moment, along with the frustration that she wasn't there for her. Some oaths stack as more important than her doctor's oath. Another thing is that it doesn't seem you're taking into consideration is that they have a 7 to 8 month time jump from the finale of season 7. This is the culmination of all that in time investigating. They have talked to Fanny and questioned what she remembers. They went from Monmouth to Philly to investigate the brothel and question the madam. They tracked down this smuggler and now have insinuated themselves to find out the story before he brought to them to the brothel. How did you get them? And so we are coming into the end of 7.5 months of tracking him down and getting info. Maybe they should have done an exposition video to open instead of trusting the audience to connect those dots based on what was said and the time that passed. But all made sense to me. And one of my bads is that I felt it should have been an extended premiere. An extra 10 minutes of breathing space in this episode for these scenes would have been very welcome.
Agreed.
I agree.
I definitely agree that it should have had a little bit more breathing room.
I would say that because we were dropped in media res, none of that, at least from what I could see, was made clear that they spent all this time investigating and going here and seeing that and doing this and like whatevs, man. I don't know. Like it didn't feel
and also you're a show watcher, so yes, you're hearing these things, but
It's not like, and then we spent this much time. So I can appreciate it from your perspective and from show watcher only's perspective. So
Sure.
they couldn't understand the time.
All right, next up, Mary.
Michelle McCall Doot says, I was yelling at my radio, Blake.
Ha! See?
I love that he said radio because I was playing it in the car.
Ha ha! I told you.
I took the comment about wild hair to reference to zombie baby fake Faith as a nod to Claire, since the book usually referred to her hair as wild and unruly. Yeah, that's what we're thinking too. Just unbrushable. Did you know that there's actually a condition? I learned about it today. I think it's literally called unbrushable hair.
Really?
And your hair like breaks and it can't be brushed soft and it like doesn't grow and it's just unruly.
Huh.
It's either called unruly hair or unbrushable hair. It's something like that.
I bet you it would
But
be
it's an actual
unruly.
real thing. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Michelle also says the bear flare was just amazing. I knew they were talking about Faith before they said anything because of her song.
Yep.
It's so cool that we're all put in that mindset because of a couple musical notes or hear an instrument, especially Blake's boyfriend Frank's song. Of
Yes,
course,
of
the
course.
clarinet.
The clarinet's perfect. This one comes from Claire Stone. She says, Mary, thanks for listening to the soundtrack. I found it and listened to it on YouTube today.
You're welcome.
Awesome as always. Being old-fashioned, I'm waiting for the CD to come out before I purchase it. Blake, I couldn't believe it when your daily task that you'd just as soon skip was brushing your teeth. It was like you had read my mind. Add to that, flossing. Ugh. I'm not even addressing the Faith fiasco. I'm just done with it. I hope Blake is wrong and it doesn't dominate the whole season. See, Mary, I told you I was not alone in the brushing the teeth thing.
Okay, Blake.
Brushing your teeth sucks.
Amanda Stanfield writes in, I have never understood the hello the house either, Blake.
Right.
I didn't even catch it in the books and had no idea it meant when they were back.
Right.
And fake Faith and zombie Faith are equally a complete waste of time in this final season. Stars is tone deaf when they say we are loving this premiere. Yeah, no.
I totally agree. All right, this one comes from Holly. She says, I'm with Blake. Since they added Faith in this, the Faith thing last season, either someone massively betrayed Claire and Jamie if zombie Faith is a thing, and that massively changes the story. Or if it's fake, what a waste of time. And it's gross now if William slept with his half-niece or whatever. They could spend time on better things. Claire murdering someone is complete antithesis of her character. I don't disagree with that, Holly, but I also don't agree with it because Claire has murdered people before.
Yeah.
So I think it's within her character, but it's a lot. It's a lot. All right. It bothers me how dumb this show thinks its viewers are, and what I'd assume so many of us are book readers. We can keep up with the smart writing, so often missing.
Pat Nash said, hated this episode. They spent 8.5 minutes on the fake Faith storyline when they could have used that time for Fergus and Marcelly's story or more on Bree and Roger. Matt is nuts if he thinks the fans are stupid and won't see the holes in the story. Also, Claire killing someone is so out of character for her, a doctor who doesn't kill out of revenge. If Claire didn't want to kill Bonnet, who raped and kidnapped Bree, then she certainly wouldn't kill for fake Faith. My reading is 0.
Whoa, Pat, coming down from the clouds.
Whoa.
Woo, dropping the people's elbow.
All right, let's get to some
0
voicemails.
kilts. All right, here, let's get
I've
to...
never heard anyone say a 0 kilt before.
Oh, no, I don't think I've heard a 0 kilt either.
No.
I was close with the search.
Yes.
I think I
We know-
gave the search like a
we
1.
We know, Blake. We know.
All right, let's get to
Goodness
the voicemails. Here we go.
This is Cindy Bland from Louisville, Kentucky. I woke up at 4 in the morning and watched the new episode. My first gut reaction was, what the hell is going on, and why does Claire have a bonnet on her head? You know, when Jamie tells Claire to behave, she will not. What stuck with me, we met William's new love interest, and we met our new enemy, Cunningham. The surprises were how many new questions arose. Why does Lord John have a baby? How did they build that house so fast? And I gasped when the Wicked Witch of the West slapped Mandy. How dare you? Thanks and have a great day.
You're welcome,
Why
Cindy.
does
Bland.
Lord John Gray have a baby?
That's ridiculous. He has a baby.
I would have loved you just to be his neighbor, Cindy.
Right.
Lord John, how did you get a baby?
All right, here's the next one.
Hey, Mary and Blake, this is Angie
Hey, Angie.
in Georgia.
Hey,
okay,
Angie.
So episode 1, my kilt rating is 4.7. I really liked it.
Okay.
Right in my good is just seeing everybody, especially Fergus and Marcelly. I like, being back.
Yes.
On my bad is obviously the faith thing. Like, I'm not buying into this. It's so hurtful, I think, to the viewer. Like, that episode, Faith, was so beautiful, and I just hate that they're just kind of like messing it up with this whole weird storyline. I hope they fix it in some way.
Mm-hmm.
Did not enjoy that. My great was the books. I love when Jamie sees things from the future. I love the kid's book looking like a painting, and that he finally gets to lay eyes on Frank. I liked that whole part so much. And also just like I'm excited for the rest of the season. But yeah, my bad is definitely the faith thing. I'm super bummed that we're going down this road, but it is what it is. All right. Bye. Talk to you guys later.
Yeah, Angie, like, I guess my thing is, like, why mess with it? Right? Like, why mess with the faith thing at all? Just, like, leave it. And if it is indeed inspired by corporate synergy, that would be very discouraging. Like, oh, God, that would be so discouraging.
Wow, that's probably the only word I have. They crammed so much into this episode, especially as a book reader. Interested to hear what non-book readers thought of this. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Looking forward to it. Have to rewatch it again because I don't think I have absorbed everything. But so glad they're back and so not ready for this to be over. This is Carolyn from that fabulous state of Connecticut.
Boo.
Yay.
Looking forward to hearing your reactions.
Thanks, Carolyn.
No wonder why she didn't say it at first at the top. She would. She knew. Like, no. We
Blake's
can't.
a hater.
Went up with Connecticut. Get out of here. I had to drive a car with a Connecticut license plate when my car got hit by
We
a deer.
vacation in Connecticut. We get B&B sometimes. when
It's
we go to
basically
those-
Rhode Island, where it is.
Blake.
Listen,
Most of Rhode Island abuts Connecticut
whatever. Connecticut.
or the ocean.
Get out of
Or
here.
Massachusetts.
Hi, Mary and Blake. It's Gloria from Salem, Mass.
Hey, Gloria.
Hi, Gloria.
Finally, our Outlander is back. Oh my God. Thank the Lord. Okay. Even though I've already left a wicked long dissertation over on Patreon, I had to mention Claire's hair. I mean, or the lack thereof of all the gray. Isn't it supposed to be mostly white now, Mary? I mean, come on. What are they doing? What
know.
are these people doing?
Seriously.
I really want to love this whole season from top to bottom, start to finish. But I'm just hoping maybe they get things, right? Isn't the word?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you can help me out with that. Okay. I know. Interesting. I just want to, I don't want to ruin anything for anybody else. Okay. That's it. On to season 8, episode 2 next week. Bye. Ciao.
Gloria, you are right. She is supposed to have significantly whiter, grayish hair by now.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna do that though,
it just.
unless there's a time jump.
No, but even by now, she's supposed to be significantly more gray. I feel like she's been the same level of salt and pepper.
Yes.
And as someone who has embraced her natural gray, it dramatically kicks up. Like, you embrace it and it just keeps on coming. But in particular, when you're outside,
Mm-hmm.
it looks like my hair is silver.
It does. Inside in the dock, it looks like
Looks brown.
it does look. It doesn't look brown, but it looks like it's mostly black.
Yeah. But so this is something that I too have definitely noticed, that Claire, being someone who went more salt and pepper and had, darkness to her hair in the show, I look at the outside scenes and I'm like, no,
That's not it.
that's not enough. Not enough, honey, because you would be shining outside. Those silver strands, they're proud.
Yep, that's totally right. All right. Okay, let's get to the next one. Here we go.
Hi, this is Bunny from Cincinnati.
Hey, Bunny.
I guess the first thing I was a little bit confused when it first started because I wasn't sure what they were talking about in the scene, and then I realized it was about the Faith storyline. I didn't realize they were going to jump right into it. I was glad that they did, but I know a lot of people have misgivings about the storyline. I don't. I find it intriguing, and
Okay.
Jamie and Claire aren't sure about whether Faith is alive or not. And I find that story to be a lot more interesting than a lot of other stories that are in Bees, which I just finished. So I'm going to hold my judgment till the end. But I'm so glad to have you guys back. I missed you guys tremendously. I couldn't imagine sharing this last season without you. So that is really great. One of the other things that stood out to me was the conversations that we're going to be getting between Jamie and Claire. And I think that's going to continue. So I'm just thrilled to be back. Thrilled that you're here. And I actually thought it was a very decent first episode. And I can't wait for the rest of it.
All right, Bunny. Thank you so much for that. That's very kind of you to say that. That she couldn't imagine it without us. Oh. All right, next one.
Hi, it's Cheryl Overby from Omaha, Nebraska.
Hello, Cheryl.
Conversations with My TV, Part 1. I'm not sure I like Outlander. Maybe I need a new hobby. You're still saying Faith is alive?
Oh.
Okay, stay calm, Cheryl. Maybe Master Raymond did do something, but that baby was dead.
Yep.
D-E-A-D, dead. Okay? Just be Ted Lasso, curious, not judgmental. You
Gotta
wanted
believe.
Claire? I bet she wanted ye too. Oh, I can't. You left something inside of her. Sexy talk and a sexy voice. Stop, wait, go back. A kiss? All we get is a kiss?
Yep.
Oh, look, what is that? Is it a doll? Oh, let's see how you do this, stars. Hello, the house. Yeah, baby. Way to go. Thank you. Oh, I've been waiting for that line. They should have ended season 7 with that.
Oh,
the great green room.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. It's Goodnight Moon. Oh, why am I crying? I love that book. My kids loved that book. Jamie loves books. Oh, wiping tears on my shirt.
You need the shaman. All the shaman.
Okay. All right. Next one.
Hi, this is Cheryl Overby, Omaha, Nebraska. Conversations with My TV, Part 2.
Hold on. Cheryl?
She knew.
I love this. Conversations with My TV. This is great.
Oh, she's breaking the rule.
Oh, she is breaking the rule. But she introduced a new segment, and that's okay. I'm willing to overlook the rule. Conversations with My TV. Let's go.
Amaranthus, you look 12 years old.
Good
Yeah.
moisturizer.
Mandy, why are you singing Frere Jacques with a smile? It's creepy. Oh, man, Claire, that's a cool costume. I want a quilted jacket just like that,
Same.
with all the buttons. Dearest Deadeye. Wait, was that Frank's voice? Rewind, pause, listen again.
Yeah.
Is
Yes.
Jamie psychic or insecure? What do you know, Frank? What do you know? Oh, man, that line is haunting.
Oh.
Sometime later, in the middle of the night, oh, my God. What if the voice in Jamie's head is Blackjack Randall?
Oh,
And
yes.
it's not Frank.
Yes.
Oh. 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 Well, stars, you got me hooked now. Tilt rating, 4.5. Thanks, guys.
Oh, Cheryl, this was fantastic. I was on the edge of my seat this whole time. This was good stuff. Let's keep going with that. Sure, you call back anytime and give me the conversations with your TV.
Hi, this is Anne from California.
Hi,
Hi, Ann.
I have listened to you guys for years and years, and I just want to say this new episode, I was kind of maybe about a 3 out of 10 kilts.
Okay.
And the main thing was
Well, hold on. Technically, we're out of 5 kilts here. So if we're gonna extrapolate that out,
Oh, then
we're
won.
like a. It's not even a 1.
1.5.
It's not even a 1.5. It's like a 0.5. Because if it's 3 out of 10, that means it's 30%. So what's 30% of 5?
Yeah.
Right. So it's like this is why I don't do live math. I don't do that.
I know you don't.
So
Okay,
it's like
I'll
point.
just-
It's like 0.5.
No, it's not.
What is it then?
I was
No.
It's closer to like 1.7
Are you sure?
in thirds. Is that what you're saying?
It's 30%. 30. What's 30% of 5?
Yeah, it's close to like 1.7.
I'm gonna have to figure this out now. Hold on.
Oh my god!
Hold on.
You think it's like point what?
Hold on.
You said you want to know a third, so do.
5 times 0.3.
I mean that.
1.5.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I don't do live math.
I
know. All right, let's go back to Anne.
I think Jamie's son, that whole all those sequences that were cut back and forth, that should have been at the very beginning. That would have been a little bit more of some drama going into it.
Sure.
And then cut to all the events at the Ridge. Those two events should have been separate. And I think that was the only thing I want to comment on. Otherwise, I thought it was good. Take care. Bye-bye.
Well, first of all, your grandfather clock sounds phenomenal.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I haven't heard a grandfather clock in a while.
We have a cuckoo clock at school.
Not a grandfather clock,
Not
though.
a grandfather one.
But she
We've heard a
went
grandfather
from
clock.
saying that it was a 3 out of 10, which we translated into 1.5.
But maybe she means 3 out of 5.
Maybe
she means that.
I'm willing to go there.
That's what I think.
Okay. Let's get the kilt ratings right here, ladies and gentlemen.
It's like a point something.
I was a history major for a reason.
We know.
Hi, Mary and Blake. I'm Marie-Louise.
Hi.
And
Hi.
I would love you to try to guess which country I'm from. I just love your podcast.
You know who she sounds like? Push
What?
pause. She sounds like the French teacher at school, Elaine.
Huh?
Elaine Bernardino.
None of these people know who.
No, I'm saying it to you. Where's she from?
I have no idea. You work with her.
I do, but I don't know where she's from.
All right, let's go
But
back.
Her accent sounds just like Elaine's.
All right, hold on. Here we go. Ready?
It's so much fun, deep, and smart.
Hold
From
on.
my heart, thank you for your work.
Hold on. Let's go back here.
Hi, Mary and Blake. I'm Marie-Louise. And I would love you to try to guess which country I'm from. I just love your podcast. It's so much fun, deep, and smart. From my heart, thank you for your work. My kilt rating for episode 1 of season 8, Soul of a Rebel, is 4.6. My GBGs. My good was the new sets.
All right. Do you have an early take?
No, not yet. I'm trying to listen to her GBGs.
All right. Early take for me, Belgium.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna go with.
And the new house, Fergus's print shop. It was so good to see the Outlander world again and all the details and the stunning sets. My bad. The faith storyline and the cold open. The cold open was just not Jamie and Claire. Both that Claire killed the pirate. It was so out of character, and that Jamie and Claire were together on such a journey. Normally, when there are dangerous meetings happening, it's Jamie going alone or with Ian or with Roger. But this time that they are doing this together, it doesn't feel right. My grade was all the callbacks to the earlier seasons. Jamie and Claire talking about the Laird Chamber at Lallybroch and what they experienced there. Fergus and Jamie discussing the time in Edinburgh. It was so nice. I loved it. So.
Okay.
She's the lady who she sounds like is from Brazil.
No way, Brazil. No way.
But she
I'm going to go
speaks
with
tons of, like I wouldn't say she sounds like she's from Brazil.
I'm going to go with
She traveled all around. So,
All right, so here I'm going to give a range.
Yeah.
All right, a range.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Belgium or Austria or Holland.
Okay.
You got to take?
No.
No, you're just going to go with mine?
No, but the foreign language teacher, she speaks so many different languages. I don't know. Okay, Marie Louise.
Here, let's see what she's got.
I'm from Denmark.
Oh, Denmark! I was close, man.
Time. See you.
Oh, fellow Dane. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
I was close, man.
You were.
I had it.
I was not, but like I didn't really say.
You weren't even on the same continent.
No, but like it's weird because I would not say that lady at work sounds like she's from Brazil.
I was circling it.
You were circling Brazil?
No, I was circling Denmark.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I was in that region.
Okay, continue. You were.
Hi, Mary and Blake. Cassie from Brooklyn here,
Cassie.
calling
Hey,
about
Cassie.
Soul of a Rebel. I loved everything about the episode, but like y'all, I'm weary of that Faith storyline, and I really hope the writers have something up their sleeve that we're not expecting. I also do not like the idea of a zombie baby, and at this point, I'm hoping there's an unexpected great twist coming at some point to explain how Fanny knows that seaside song. She clearly has had contact with someone from the future or with someone who knew someone from the future. The seaside song was really important in Blood of My Blood, so my guess is these two storylines will intersect and we'll get a really good explanation and hopefully one that we were not expecting. I think the writers want us to go along with Claire for now and assume that Faith lived so they can shock us with a big twist. Fingers crossed they get it right. Also, Blake, I love the celebrity ghost question, and I want to play. Olivia Newton-John can haunt me as long as she pleases.
Yeah.
R.I.P. O&J. Bye.
This is a good idea too. Everybody should call in and let us know their celebrity ghost from now on.
Hello, this is Joni from Roseville, California.
Hey, Joni.
I was so excited to have the series return, and I feel like they're setting up a lot of things, but something struck me as super, I hope they wrap this up in a sort of good way, but I don't feel like Claire had enough proof to kill the dude. I mean...
Right?
What's the proof that Faith lived?
Just willy-nilly, knifing people.
Also, hello, the house. It was like a motley crew just came walking down the road. And it made me question, like, did they go back to the 80s just to grab a book and then come back? I mean, could they have traveled from 1739 back to their present Ridge time? Anyway, it just left a lot of things I hope they cover this. And I love your show, by the way. I haven't missed a one. Take care.
Thank you, Joni. I appreciate that.
Hi, Mary and Blake. It's Andrea from Portland, Oregon.
Hey, Andrea.
I'm so happy to be back with the Outlander fan, but also in slight denial that it's the last season. I'm calling in for episode 1, Soul of a Rebel, which I'm giving a solid 4 kilts.
All right.
Good. The opening scene, I loved how Outlander just threw us back into the fold, not knowing what Jamie and Claire were up to and having to piece it together from memory and where we left off in the last season. They showed us instead of telling us. My bad. I loved all the reunions, all our favorite characters making appearances, but because of an abundance of that, I understand that it's required. This episode felt just a little too cheesy. The exposition lines were poorly written, and I wish they allowed anything that had alluded to previous seasons just be, or at least be responded to in a more natural way instead of being so explicit of what the reference was from. For example, with reminders about Faith being stillborn in Claire's arms, to Claire adding to the goodnight moon reveal by saying, "It's familiar because I spoke it to you on a boat in Jamaica." And I hate to say it, but every scene with John Gray and William also felt cheesy. His entire outfit and his bow felt so cheesy, and he truly has to be a Volturi because that man has not aged unlike everyone else.
Totally agree.
My great? Hearing Whitney Houston echo in my head during the Frank Randall-inspired opening credits and walking through the new Fraser Big House truly cried with joy. Thanks so much, and looking forward to the upcoming season.
Thank you, Andrea. Well, Andrea, I'm gonna play this for you because it's deserving of it.
Say it out loud.
The man is a Volturi. He is a perfect vampire. I have no idea why he is not in some Twilight film at some point. He needs to be.
Hey, it's Amanda from Ohio.
Hi, Amanda.
I really enjoyed being back with the Outlander. I gave the episode 3.75 kilts.
Okay.
I thoroughly enjoyed having a new episode to watch. My good was being back and seeing everybody on the ridge again. And I love seeing Marsley and the kids. It was a lot of fun. My bad was Claire killing that man. The whole storyline I was kind of for, with the faith of it all. The last episode, I thought it was going to bring some witchy back to Outlander. But the fact that Jamie is totally in on this as well, I think is pushing it. I think having Claire as a grieving mom, seeing some things and trying to connect the dots is somewhat realistic. But having him jump on board is not very convincing. I loved Mandy. I love that she's referencing the Wizard of Oz. It makes me so happy. I'm glad we're back. Thank you guys so much for a fun podcast, as always. It really enhances the show to be able to watch it, listen to you two, and then go rewatch it again. So, Solanjava.
Oh, thank you, Amanda. You know, Mary, part of me thinks that Jamie is just kind of like supporting Claire a little bit. Because do you honestly think he believes that Faith is alive?
Yeah.
All right.
I think Jamie would believe it before Claire.
Really?
He's into all this magic stuff. He's a Scot.
Agreed.
He's superstitious. He's got all this stuff going on. Now, mind you, the thing is, though, on the flip side, he didn't see Master Raymond.
No,
that
he did not.
Claire's fever dream.
Yes.
So I can also see that where he's just like, okay, Claire. All right. You're getting
Sure.
old and weird.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll help you follow your dreams.
Yeah. Blue light. Love that idea for you.
This is Sarah from Redondo Beach.
Hey,
I can't
Sarah.
even start with kilts. Let's talk about Faith, baby.
All right.
Ain't no way that preemie baby memorized a song that Claire sang to it. Sorry, guys. Didn't happen.
Agreed.
Louise is too full of herself to memorize Claire's song.
Yep.
Raymond wasn't there. Mother Hildegard was busy with other patients. They didn't memorize that song to then sing it to a child that they stole from Claire.
Agreed.
Crazy sauce. So, where did Franny learn that song? Franny's mom is Claire's niece, or grandniece, depending on how young they're porking back then. Claire's mom sang that song to Claire all the time. Why wouldn't Claire's mom sing that song to Claire's younger brother, who is now born in the 1730s?
Sure.
And then he passed it down, etc.
Yep.
The fact that it said Faith on a piece of jewelry, it's also just a word. It's Faith, not necessarily a name. Master Raymond was definitely a dream, in my opinion. I think he was asking for consent for getting all up in Claire's guts, back in the day. But it was a dream. Jamie didn't see Raymond. Claire didn't see Jamie when she saw Master Raymond, and Jamie never left her side. So maybe there's another Raymond thing. Maybe he knew about the brother and didn't tell her, even though he knew that her brother was alive. Maybe that's why he's asking for forgiveness. Regardless, love you guys. Love the podcast. Hope the rest of the season is just as exciting as...
I think she struggled there at the end.
Hope you're okay, Sarah.
Like she dropped her phone and then she was like, oh okay. Well, Sarah, I do love what you said. And you hear it in what you're saying, which is the plot yoga, which is like, okay, this person had to be this and that person had to be that, who had to say this, who had to be related to that person. It's like, whoa, we have a whole web of things here that have to happen in order. Here's my thought. If Master Raymond is apologizing, and if it's a dream or what, who knows? All right, whatever. I find it plausible that he is apologizing to Claire for maybe not telling her about the brother. Because she's got a brother running around there somewhere, right? It's there. He was born. Where'd he go? I don't know. Just, okay. Just going to let it go. Just going to let it be.
There you go.
All right, here we go.
Hi, Mary and Blake. It's Mandy here from Melbourne,
Hi.
Australia.
Hey, Mandy.
I missed you. I'm so glad you're back. It's wonderful to hear your voices again and to be able to share in this last season of Outlander together. What a thrill to all be back together again. Yes, I think the zombie baby Faith story is ridiculous. It's a shame it's taking over and taking away from everything that we've been enjoying, or want to enjoy with such a stupid storyline. But Blake, I had to say that definitely Hello, the House fell flat in the TV show. But as someone who read the book, and when that part came, it was sort of like in the last page of like 800 pages of when Bree and Roger and Jemmy, and they finally made it back. And when they said hello, the house, it was just a magical piece of writing on the page. And I just need you to know that, Blake. It did not come across that way. They could have stopped with Claire murdering someone and instead showed us Roger and Bree and the kids coming down and building some, suspense for that moment. And then, I don't know, I just cried when they said hello, the house in the book, but I didn't cry on the screen. Absolutely not. So I can see how you would have thought, what the hell is this? Anyway, that's my 2 cents worth, and I'm so glad to be back. I mean, I'm glad you're back.
Oh, thank
but
you.
I'm glad to be back on the voicemails as well. So see you later, everyone. Bye.
Bye, Mandy. Thank you so much. And that is our last voicemail for the evening, my darling. So, any thoughts or any changes to how you thought, or anything that came from the viewers or the listeners that has evolved any of your opening takes?
Not really.
Yeah,
I mean,
agree.
I just feel like, especially, like I've said before, and I'll say it again and again, this is one of the reasons why I love the listener feedback episode, because you're going to have one person saying one thing and then the next person says the complete opposite.
Right.
So it just makes me feel like I'm enjoying this ride and I'm not going to fight it. I'm here for
I
it.
find that I find it wild that this Faith thing has united Outlander fans in so many ways. I don't think I've ever heard such a consensus take
Yeah.
about how they hate this storyline. It's
We are
crazy.
We are united, finally.
I know. It's pretty crazy. Like show watcher and book reader alike are like, yeah, this sucks. What are we doing?
Think about all the memes of like animals or people looking side eye, like, huh?
Yeah, right?
Or the Tim Allen, oh, I can't make that sound effect. Yeah.
I think you have to be a male to make that sound.
Probably. So that's it. I'm not necessarily swayed, and nor has my opinion changed on anything. I think I just get to hear the depth of other people's opinions, and that's really cool.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm excited to continue on to this season with you all.
Oh, man. All right. Let's close this bad boy out, shall we?
We shall.
All right, let's do it.
We want to thank you all so incredibly much for tuning in and listening in, and of course, calling and writing in. I especially though want to thank our latest Apple Podcast reviewer.
Okay.
ASCans71 rates love these two. I've been a longtime listener of Mary and Blake. I love their banter, their jokes, their hot takes, and predictions. But the best of all is when Mary does say something that gets Blake giggling. It is the best. You can't help but smile and laugh right along with them. They've kept me company on many long drives for work, whether it's Outlander, This Is Us, Game of Thrones, Bridgerton, The Crown, and of course, Harry Potter. If you're a fan of any of those, do yourself a favor and give the Larsons a listen.
Oh,
you won't regret it. Well, thank you so much, ASCan71. And this is just a reminder to you all that writing a review in Apple Podcasts, no matter how you listen to this podcast episode, means a lot to us. It's
Yes, it
literally like
does.
giving us a virtual hug over the internet. We do read every single one of these comments. And not only is it great feedback for Blake and I, but this actually helps other people who are fans of Outlander come to join and come to listen and hear your perspectives. So if you haven't left a written review, head on over to Apple Podcasts and leave a written review, not just the stars, but the couple of sentences means the world to us.
We would love 5s. But if you want to make fun of us too, then we'll take that as well. That's okay. It just shows that you care and you're engaging. That's all that matters, really. I want you to engage and care about what we do. Of course, you can email us at maryandblakemedia@gmail.com or find us on the Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. Just look up Mary and Blake Media. And naturally, we have the Mary and Blake Facebook group, where all the nerds get together and just chat about all things that they love, whether it's Outlander or This Is Us or just random movies. As a matter of fact, I just wrote a knee-jerk reaction at Join the Nerd Clan, and we talked about it over at the Mary and Blake Facebook group about the new movie Nuremberg, which was a fantastic movie. With Russell Crowe and Rami Malek, whatever, it doesn't matter. But it's a fantastic movie, and we talked about it there. And it's I love that space. And naturally, that leads us next to jointhenerdclan.com. Mary, tell us about jointhenerdclan.com.
It is our Patreon community, so you can join there for as little as less than a cup of coffee per month. It helps make sure that we can continue to give this podcast to everyone around the world for free. Helps keep the lights on, helps us pay for the website fees. So just know that because we are a mom and pop podcast shop, that we don't have like corporate media sponsors. So we really do depend upon our Patreon community to keep this show going. And if you are a member there, we want to thank you. Thank all of our friends at jointhenerdclan.com.
Yes. Well, I think that's it, Marvin.
My name's Mary.
My name is Blake.
And you've been listening to Outlander Cast. Slajava.